Sam Reinhart, if I'm almost not mistaken. Reinhart got awarded that by the arbitrator. If not, my mistake. But regardless, it was a 1 year, $5.2 million contract. Just looking at it, it looks a little high, the cap hit, honestly. But it's only a 1 year deal, so it's not that big of a deal. What do you think?
I wouldn't say that's high. That's actually he's kind of worth the money. I feel like
I
he put
wouldn't
up.
say it's high. It's more than I expected. I'll go with that.
Okay, fair enough. He had 50 points in 69 games. He
Playing with Jack Eichel. We
playing with
make
Jack
that clear.
Eichel, yeah, for real. He well, yeah, that's obviously why he's putting up those numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But now you gotta think with again, this deal also takes him to RFA. He's not gonna be in the market by the end of his deal. You have to think first lines looking like Eichel, Hall, and Reinhart potentially.
Yeah, I'd say so, unless Skinner finds his way back on that line, which I seem unlikely. But dude, that top six in Buffalo, that's a legit top six. Eichel, Olafson's in there, Stahl's in there too, Reinhardt's in there, Hall's in there, and they got some pieces coming up. Cousins, Middlestat, like that's a solid team. Like honestly, Buffalo, they have like in 3 years, Buffalo, if they keep everything going and keep moving forward and progressing, they can be a playoff contender, like a serious playoff contender.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking like if Eichel, Hall, and Reinhardt is the line that we're gonna see this year, like predominantly,
I think that'd be the one.
5.2 is gonna be pretty low compared to what he's gonna be paid
I can
because
see that.
his numbers might get really high this year.
Playing on that top line this year could be the best thing that could ever happen to Sam Reinhart. Because we've seen in the past, I know there's a new GM there, but Buffalo's they've given out long-term deals just based off 1 year production. Look at Jeff Skinner. $9 million, had 140 goal year. Look what happened. Didn't even score 20 the next season. So Buffalo's got to be careful with that because if Reinhardt explodes for like 65, 70 plus points, and if they pay him like $8 million, that's going to be steep.
But Reinhardt's been really good for years since.
No, he has, but Sam Reinhardt's not an $8 million player.
No.
Sam Reinhardt's a great second fringe first liner at this point in his career right now. He could prove us wrong and go out and really become a dominant forward. I find that unlikely. He's more of a fringe second first guy.
We should have him on the podcast just so he can tell us go fuck ourselves.
If he wants to come on the podcast, that's a big if here.
Sam,
I know you're watching.
Open,
I know you're watching, Sam.
Twitter DMs are open, buddy.
DMs are always open. That goes for any NHL player too, any NHL agent, coach, anyone. If you want to be on the podcast, shoot us a DM. We will answer. Yikers.